Hello, and welcome to Troubles in Tory. This is session 12 of our first campaign of Chronicles of the Fae. I'm Faye, the MC for this campaign, and with me I have some friends, and we're going to play D&D. Quick disclaimer, this episode is pre-recorded to accommodate the schedules of the cast and myself. While the action isn't live, it is the premiere, so enjoy, and hopefully a few of us will be able to make it in chat. This campaign is a special project, one of many set in the world of the Wilder. The Wilder Project is a shared world IP where creators can use the structure and lore of this fantasy world to create their own games, stories, and some of those games and stories are already in progress, such as our webcomic Magnum L, our mobile game Tower of Gaia, and our tabletop board game Kingstone, all of which are currently released or coming soon. To learn more about those projects and how to support them, you can go to www.thewilderproject.com to learn more. Before we begin the campaign proper, I would just like to cover my ground rules for the channel. It's important to remember that I am not a pro DM, nor are my players professional role players. We have receptive ears and open hearts for any feedback that folks have, but it's our game and we're going to play it how we like it. So respect our playstyle and we'll make sure our other community members respect yours. Along those lines, this campaign is set in the world of the Wilder, which is not directly compatible with D&D rules. For the most part, we'll be sticking to the rules of D&D for all the mechanical aspects of D&D, but flavor-wise, not everything is always going to be a perfect fit between in-game descriptions of effects and how we explain those effects in this world. We are implementing some custom rules that we anticipate releasing in a module further down the line so that you can play D&D in the world of the Wilder too. Finally, one of the reasons why I love playing D&D the most is because you can never expect what happens next, but that does mean that none of us will have complete control over the content that will be covered during the course of the campaign. Please be mindful of what content might be potentially distressing to you, and if you feel like it is coming up, we highly encourage that you take a break from the live stream and pick the story back up via VOD on YouTube once the live play is over. All right, let's play some D&D.
Happy Easter.
And happy Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Last session.
For those who celebrate.
Today.
Yes, for those who celebrate.
Yeah.
Last session, our squad was mid-combat with some beastly denizens of the underground smuggling tunnels beneath the Still-Tide Alehouse. Having successfully cleared out the tunnels of threats so that they could be reinforced and excavated, you were invited to wait inside the alehouse that was noticeably occupied by toys, and spoke with Giuseppe, the proprietor of the bar, who told you of the opportunities that had passed this area of Still-Tide Square by. Then Veo, the presumed representative of the thieves guild known as the Greybloods, arrived and asked you about your venture. The group was able to convince Veo to take only a small cut of the coin they reportedly found while underground and earn some tentative trust, assuring her that the party's desire for coin was what drove them to seek out the guild. Veo assured the new independent contractors that she would find the most well-paying job she could for them and recommended that the squad start guarding their identities more carefully in the future. The party set out to leave Beggar's Bay and head back to the Soaked Sail Inn for a night's rest. On their way out of the alehouse, Anna was stopped by a familiar face of Freya Reed, a bounty hunter who Anna appeared to have some connection with. She told Anna that she was in the city hunting down a deadbeat named Octor Plume, who is said to be a rooster stuffkin with a glass eye. Reyna left a little bit of coin, 40 gold to be exact, behind for the poor and homeless of the slums here at the bay and on the way up the muddy slope. And while we're talking about it, Reyna, go ahead and take a point of inspiration for that, because I feel that was very in character.
Haha.
On their way around the estates and towards the downtown area of the city of Toraigh, the group crossed paths with a trio of toy knights, all armed and armored. Upon passing the troop in the open moonlight, they seemed to begin piecing together the party's involvement with the death of an individual who the toy knights knew. They started to insist that Shoal remove the cloth bag that they were using to cover their face. When they met resistance, they began drawing their weapons, which is where we pick back up right now. Okay. So I'm going to share a battle map with you. You all have rolled for initiative already, as have our toy knights. Just to give you a little bit of context, in front of you, you see 3 toy knights. One of them, the one standing in the middle with the differently shaped helmet, is an extremely tall, strapping toy knight, probably 6'3". They are wearing studded leather armor wrapped tightly around the thick, muscular arms and torso. He has a drawn a thin cutlass in his right hand and a dagger in his left. On either side of him are two toy knights, one male, one female, both about medium height, wearing leathers. Both of them have short swords drawn, and you can see that each of them has a bow on their back as well. Reuben, you rolled a 21 on initiative, as did one of the toy knight thugs, but you have a higher dexterity, so you can go first. What would you like to do?
Okay, wait, hang on one sec. Well, first of all, I know that I would like to cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay.
Just to give context for what that does is for a minute, I am able to avoid attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And I believe it also gives you, on your next weapon attack roll in your turn, the attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit.
Yes. Since I'm injured, I'm very interested in the attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to line myself up with Shoal there. I'm gonna just go 15 feet. Sorry,
token lock was on. I just turned it off.
Perfect. Thank you. And that is all I would like to do.
Okay. 20 Night Thug number 1 picks up their blade in their hand and shouts, "Come here!" and runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and will attempt to grapple Shoal.
Get over here.
So Shoal, go ahead and make a athletics check.
Do I do this with advantage, or do they do it with disadvantage?
Because of what?
Resistance to grappling.
Oh, sorry, you have immunity to grappling.
Oh.
Is it immunity?
Yes.
I have a resistance.
You're
No, yeah, there is no resistance to grappling. There's just immunity. So
okay. Well,
yeah, if you want to, you can go ahead and just completely ignore this grapple. You totally can do that.
Yeah, we will completely ignore this grapple. Kind of, they'll go, I guess, to grab us, and we'll just slink out.
Okay. Yeah. So the toy knight wraps its arms around your form, and your form just dissipates, and insects start flooding out of the bottom of your cloak, your robe. And as that happens, the thug shouts, "It's a fish bait! I knew it!" And that is their action for their turn.
Good for fucking you.
The female toy knight gets to go next, and she draws her sword aggressively upon hearing this. Runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Scared of me, huh?
And will attempt to attack Shoal with her short sword. She misses with a 7, and then spins around to attack again.
Uh-oh.
And hits with an 18, dealing 5 damage. So your form is still kind of reforming when she swings the first time, and you're able to kind of move out of the way as you're forming back up. But as you take your kind of fuller form to get a sense of your surroundings, she swings back around with another slash and slashes right through you.
Oh.
And Shoal, it is your turn.
We do not wish to fight. And I think Shoal is going to take the disengage action. We go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this cover?
Yes, it would be cover. It wouldn't be full cover. It would be partial cover for anybody that is on the opposite side of the bushes. Yeah.
All right, then let's say 30. No, let's say 20.
Okay.
And then Shoal would like to go 5 feet underground.
Sure.
I kind of picture Zoidberg. Oh, you do not attack. Yeah, that he kind of, yeah. I can't do a Zoidberg impression, I just found out, so that's embarrassing.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah,
All
we
right.
have no spell slots open.
Rested yet?
Then you see the toy knight swordsman kind of deftly swings their cutlass twice in their hand, and it's like a blur as they do it, and says, "Then you shouldn't have killed Brody," and goes running at you. 5,
Brody,
10,
what kind of
15,
surfer ass name is that?
20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeesh.
Burrows 5 feet underground.
And actually, yeah, they're going to move on top of you. But I'm just going to put them next to you for now so we can click on each other, you know?
Would they be able to tell these? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
a big pile of dirt. You all would have heard the crunching of soil as... Anna, it is your turn to act. What would you like to do?
The one that started the fight. Oh, I'm already on actions. Duh. You seem to have gotten rid of my unarmed.
Oh, no, it's just... There you go.
I don't see it.
I don't know why it doesn't appear in your combat section and it only appears in your standard section, but it's there.
I don't know what to tell you. All right. Okay. Hit. Nope. I got a 10.
A 10 misses. You swing with a left hook, and the toy knight nimbly takes a step back, and your fist narrowly evades their chest.
All right. Well, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay, Raina, it is your turn.
all right. Raina's definitely going into a rage.
Okay.
This guy's insulting us and attacking us, and yeah. And I think she's gonna risk the attack of opportunity and run to the seeming leader of the bunch that chased after Shoal. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, hit me with that attack of opportunity.
Gladly. Toy knight, she swings at you with her short sword and hits with a
Damn it.
23.
What?
Dealing 7 piercing damage, reduced to 3.
Okay.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
that
and
was
you,
4.
Huh?
That was 4, I think.
No, because it was 12, so it added 7. So
Oh,
that's
right,
5,
right,
then
sorry.
you add 3 is 8.
That's my fault.
No, it's okay. Keeping me honest. Yeah, so you can feel her short sword plunge into the small of your back as you're running away.
coming for her next. I am going to attack this guy though.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Damn it.
You swing with your battle axe, but having just landed that blow in your back, your hit's not as forceful, and it kind of just glances off of the studded leather armor that the swordsman is wearing, and he doesn't appear to turn around to even regard you.
All right. Well, I guess that's my turn.
Okay, Flint, your turn next.
I'm going to take a shot at knight number 2.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No,
This is
Unfortunately, an 8
rounds!
misses.
What the fuck?
It's the payback from all those.
Yeah,
crits
all
last
those
time.
crits.
Yeah, the crits last time.
I didn't
this-
do any of them. I was punished.
Me neither. I'm booking it. And 30 is kind of this direction.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that'll do it.
Okay, Ruben, that'll make it your turn.
Ruben hops slightly in the air and flies in this direction, slashing his sword at Toy Knight Thug number 2. And
Okay.
An 18
hit.
hits.
yay!
It's better.
I get to
We're
do.
on the board.
We're on the board. I automatically deal the damage from Zephyr Strike,
Mm-hmm.
and I get an additional D8 for Colossus player.
You actually don't, because they did not take damage prior to your attack.
We can't miss.
Oh, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, it's only when they're below their max HP.
Well, luckily that didn't count towards anything.
Yeah, it doesn't apply, so you're good.
As he's rotating on the last stride after striking, he's going to zap kind of over here. That way, Anna can deal an attack of opportunity when he comes to chase me down.
Dude.
Yeah, you kind of slash at the legs of this toy knight, and they cry out in pain, and you see their legs kind of buckle a little bit.
I forgot to say, can I, is it too late to say that was non-lethal damage?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're not dead anyway, right?
No, they're not dead.
Right. But okay, yeah. I just for the record, all of my attacks to these guys is going to
Okay.
be non-lethal.
Sounds good.
Feels like you picked a fight. You gonna die.
Anna, don't kill him.
Why the fuck not?
Metagaming a little here.
I know.
and
Okay, you're
say
right.
You need to move like one more square.
Me?
Yeah. Both of those knights could still hit you without taking opportunity attack. Just so
Wait,
you
what?
The knight
Because they
next
could
to
move
Anna.
around.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah. Sorry, Faye.
No, that's fine.
No, I would have deserved it for that oversight.
If we didn't miss 3 in a row, I would have let it slide. But now I'm panicking.
Okay. The male thug is going to attack Anna with his short sword. And they hit with a 13.
Wow.
I have a really
Dealing-
low AC, guys. I'm sorry.
we gotta get you some armor.
Yeah.
6 damage
I don't know.
as he jumps forward and pierces your abdomen with his short sword.
Ow, what the fuck?
And then Toy Knight Thug number 2 is going to take the disengage action and move 5, 10, 15. Hold on a second here.
You little baby.
20.
Says
25.
all of the people
30.
dispersed away from me.
Hey, mine's a tactic. I'm still attacking.
I might still be doing a tactic.
Shoal, it is your turn.
Okay. Is there room on the other side of this bush, like here, to stand?
No, you would essentially be inside the bush. You wouldn't be able to come up through all of its roots and stuff, but you
Okay.
could come up on the opposite side.
Okay, so that's 10, 20.
I will clarify for you, because remember, the Toy Knight's technically standing on top of you.
Mhm.
You're still 5 feet away from him, so you would receive an attack of opportunity as you burrowed away.
Wait, even though we're 5 feet underground?
Yeah, because his melee range is 5 feet. So
But would he get
you're 5 feet
disadvantage
below
because we
him.
can't fucking see him?
And
Um,
we're also under the ground.
that's a
You're
good
like-
question. I think
yeah,
I
did
think
you
I would call it
stab
part
the
cover
ground?
instead. So yeah, you would receive a +2 bonus to your AC on the attack.
Okay.
And also,
Would-
Reyna, you would technically be here.
Oh, okay.
Are they do they know, would they be able to tell which direction we're moving?
No.
Okay. All right, yeah, well, yeah, screw it. Let's do it.
Okay.
So we'll move 5, 10, or sorry, 10, 20, 30 to there, all underground.
Okay. As you do so, they begin slashing at the ground beneath them. They get a 23 to hit,
Wow. Yeah, that hits.
dealing 6 damage.
Yeah, ouch.
At least they don't know where you are now and you're still alive.
Yeah.
The swordsman turns around to face you, Reyna, and says, "You think you can harbor a murderer of the Brotherhood of the Keen Cutlass?" and starts swiping at you rapidly with his
Oh.
scimitar and daggers.
What now?
Names.
They miss with their first attack, getting a 12, and swing around with another scimitar strike, and miss again with a 13. There you go, getting some misses. As they miss with the scimitar, they come around with their offhand to hit you with their dagger,
3 attacks?
and they
More than
miss
one
with a
hit.
10,
He's a fighter.
Hmm.
and that is their turn. Anna, it is your turn.
I can't wait till we can do more than one hit.
Oh.
All right.
You can once.
Yeah. But I mean, like, not without
Consistently.
using anything extra.
Yeah.
Did I target that? No, I didn't.
I think you untargeted him. Yeah.
I think. Oh, I'm still. Okay. I didn't realize it was 2 that had run off. I thought. Anyway, I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Okay. Go for it.
Come on. Okay. 17.
A 17 hits.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to do a menacing attack.
Okay.
So when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. I can add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened until the end of my next turn. I don't know what the saving throw DC is, though, because it doesn't say.
That is a good question. Let me check.
Someone is meowing.
Yeah.
You can
Is it
still hear.
me?
You can hear that.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
cute,
just, in the
though.
background, I just hear meow.
Been fed.
Your maneuver save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dex mod, your choice. So it would be,
Strength is much higher.
yeah, so it'd be
Yeah.
8 plus 2 for 10. Strength is 4, so it'd be a 14.
14. Okay.
And what's the save again?
It's a wisdom.
Okay. Oh, geez. It was between a 3 and a 16, and it landed on the 16. So they get a
Fucking damn it.
17 on that.
All right. Damn it.
And
All
nothing
right.
happens if they succeed, right?
No, but I still add the
Okay.
superiority die to the roll. What is my superiority die again?
It's a D8.
Okay, so I'm adding an extra D8 to the damage, essentially.
Mhm.
Okay. So here is the regular. So it's 4, and then a D8. 7? No, yeah, no, sorry. 8,
Nice.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah. So while the attack doesn't menace as much as you intended it to, you still wail into this toy knight's chest heavily, and he looks kind of staggered by the hits. And you can hear him almost like lose his breath a little bit as you
Great.
pound into him.
Cool. All right. That's my turn then.
Okay. Reyna, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hit this guy who tried to hit me 3 times last round. Okay. Come on.
Unfortunately, a 10 misses.
Mm. All right, that's it. I'm not moving. I'm getting him.
All right, Flynn, it is your turn.
I really
do
wish.
you hear that barking?
Nope.
No.
Perfect.
I really wish range tags could be non-lethal.
Yes,
But
that is an
alas.
unfortunate drawback.
I picked a ranged character, so murder I shall do. 18.
An 18 hits.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Um, yeah, that
That
kills
guy's
them.
dead.
Does 9 damage kill that person?
Yes, it does.
We're leaving this fight with 2 enemies. That don't even matter than they were
Not
when
if
they showed
Flynn
up.
has anything to say about it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so this female knight is kind of running off towards the tree, and as she's running, you hear a as a crossbow bolt flies past and collides into the back of this thug, and they fall to the ground.
We
Shouldn't
are
have been a thug.
brutal.
We are the
told you not to
skeletons.
attack us.
Same story, different verse.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna kind of
Stop with the keyboard.
assuming I
now.
might have angered them a little bit. I'm gonna keep moving back.
Oh,
Okay.
no one listens when we ask them not to attack.
Hopefully things don't show up.
Why do people force us to kill them? These
Yeah.
are important questions.
Literally, though.
Ruben, it is your turn.
Yeah. Kind of keeping the same spin. I'm like a top. I'm coming back. I'm like, bam, sword slap to the face. Nope, miss. Oh, wait, maybe.
14 hits.
Unless...
A 14.
Yeah.
No. Chumps.
Thank God, because I do not have another attack or another evade. So that is good. Okay,
Yeah.
that guy's sleeping.
Yeah, you run up and with like a lunging thrust, you stab right into the side of this thug, and they fall unconscious due to the pain and collapse to the ground.
A non-lethal stab.
Yes, a non-lethal stab.
Anna stomps on his leg.
There'll be
No,
one. There'll be
do
one
it.
survivor at least from this battle.
And then Shoal shows up and consumes the.
Okay. Oh, I guess I can ID these folks now.
Brother, the
Alrighty.
Keen Cutlass.
Shoal, it is your turn.
We would like to pop up out of the ground for sure.
Okay.
And very timidly say, "We did not want to kill your brother or friend. We are sorry that you made the same foolish choice that they did."
Okay.
Go
Would you like to
Surely.
intimidate or persuade off of that, or are you just saying that for flavor?
Fine. I want to keep that attack roll in the
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
pocket.
That's a good one.
We will give you one chance to not make the same mistake he did. And I'll say that's I don't know, is that persuasion or intimidation? What does that sound like?
Intimidation.
It seems like intimidation.
That's a threat.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
13.
All right, the -2.
The -2.
Yeah.
What would it have been if it was persuasion?
You do not see any strong visual indicators that their posture is changing at all. So if you want to give them their one chance, it will expend your attack roll. But if you want to use it, you can use it now.
What do you think,
Um,
Bunkus Bunkus?
Yeah, nope. That was their chance.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
rolled a 20, so
All right. 20 hits. Go ahead and roll for
Bunkus
damage.
Bunkus.
All right. So rolled a 1 + 4 is
Oh.
5,
Mhm.
and mark toy knights, I guess, as a favorite foe.
Okay.
That's another D4,
Mm-hmm.
Kill him.
and that was a 4. And I guess the I guess Swarm Keeper. I'm gonna try to move the toy knight.
Okay.
So that's a strength save against my spell save DC, which is
Mhm.
wisdom, right? Yeah.
They get a natural 20
Mm,
for 24.
okay.
Rude of them.
Then I think Shoal is going to go back underground.
Mhm.
And then move another, I guess, 5 feet that way for full 30.
Okay. Yeah, so you throw your dart and it connects and pierces through the studded armor, the studded leather armor of this Keen Cutlass boss. And then your other swarm insects collide into it, and he just kind of pushes against them as they try to push him back and does not move. On
Do you
their
all just like
turn,
pound on him?
you see he goes to speak to Shoal and is like, well, then you shouldn't have. And then he can't see you, so turns around and starts attacking Reyna again. Swings once with their cutlass, getting a 20 to hit,
Ew.
dealing 9 slashing damage. Reduced to 4. Would be
She's so small.
8 plus. Okay. Then they attack again, whipping around with their scimitar for a second strike. They miss with a 10. And so coming around with their backhand, they try to stab Reyna with their dagger, getting a 16 to hit,
jeez.
dealing 7 piercing damage, reduced to 3. And that is their turn. Anna, it is your turn. The unconscious body of a toy knight lies at your feet, and you were otherwise unassailed.
Thinks about stabbing him, just not to. Okay, so let's see. So she's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. And she's gonna also beat up on this dude.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Nope.
An 8 does not hit.
Cool. Great. Love that for me.
Yeah, so you run over and go for a swing, and just he's finishing up his scimitar spin on Reyna, and just kind of kneels low, and your fist goes wide.
Man, I just love that this is all I can do, and I'm fucking useless at it 90% of the time.
I mean,
it's great.
I'm not doing so great.
Great.
I haven't
What's
landed
the
a
point
single
of
hit
being
spell
a
either.
fucking tank when you can't even fucking tank? Cool.
Reyna, it is your turn.
You want to miss him too?
I mean, it would be the third or fourth time.
Be pretty on brand for us.
I know. At least I'm a pretty good damage sponge still. I
I
think.
mean, I'm a fairly decent damage sponge.
Oh. Did that apply to him? Oh, I rolled a 19. And it attacked him. Between.
I know.
What happened?
I couldn't move my
You got
It's gone
attacked.
rogue.
Yeah, I'm using my trackpad for Fantasy Grounds, and like the dice got stuck, and
It hit Anna instead. Yeah, 23 hits Anna, but it also hits this Brotherhood of the Keen Cutlass member. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I did not hit +2 in advance, so
Okay.
6, 7, 8.
All right. Yeah, you swing and hit right into the kind of the side of their shoulder, and he grimaces. Lets out
Finally.
a groan of pain.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. I am going
paw.
to.
Another little one paw.
I'm going to avoid rolling attack dice altogether and throw out one of my magic missile flares.
All right.
Must be nice.
1, 2, 3. All right.
Nice.
12 damage.
Yeah, your flares fly and spin around through the bushes and collide into the back of this swordsman, and he kind of takes several hits, but does not turn around to regard you. Seems singularly focused on Reyna and Anna at this point.
I'm going to start moving this way a little bit.
Okay.
But nothing crazy. For it, that is my turn.
All right, Ruben, it is your turn. Oh, you're muted.
I'm muted. So it is my turn, and you know what I do? Continuing to spin.
Spin to win, baby.
I'm so dizzy. And then, oh wait, how far was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's exactly as far as I can go. And then with that momentum, slam and a miss. Oh wait,
Unless.
no, I don't.
A 14 misses.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, you go to swing at him, kind of spinning, and he counterspins with his scimitar and deflects the blow.
And then I fall down because I'm so dizzy. Okay. I do not have an attack of opportunity, and I would like to avoid, or I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pass it to the unconscious knight.
Oh yeah, I just leave them on the field because they're technically not dead. Shoal, it is your turn. You are 5 feet underneath this gravel path.
We would like to hop back up that 5 feet
Mm-hmm.
and shout, "This is your fault, not ours." Throw a dart. 15.
15 hits.
Honed
So
in on their
that's
AC.
I can't hang out today. I'm busy gaslighting a knight.
So 6 plus the 2 for favorite foe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the swarm is gonna deal additional piercing damage. 8 and additional piercing damage.
Nice.
One good bite in.
Yeah. So your dart collides into him from a distance, and your swarm follows after, stinging him. And he is starting to look wounded.
This is not what we want, we promise. And we'll go another 15, 20, 25, 30, and hide behind the tree. And kind of crouch and be all sad and stuff. Just
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, you take cover behind the tree. And then it is the boss's turn.
Look at them. He has anxiety.
He turns to regard you, Ruben, and starts swinging at you.
And
Getting
you killed the
advantage.
Easter
a
Bunny.
natural 1,
Okay.
which I am going to say that because he got a natural 1, he doesn't swing a second time with his scimitar.
Okay.
But he does try to stab you with his dagger.
Dagger.
Gets a natural 20.
Well, so
Okay.
he has disadvantage
What
though,
the fuck?
Why?
because Reyna hit him.
Oh, yes. That's
Oh,
Ethan for the win.
true.
Thank you,
Nice.
sir.
Oh, all right, babe. I'm rules lawyering you.
We don't have to re-roll
Oh,
the
fine,
first.
keeping me honest. And he misses. He gets a 2 on that reroll.
You saved my life, Ethan.
literally.
You
Ouch.
saved me from a crit.
That's amazing.
Well,
I'm
Reyna
gonna print shirts that say Flynn saved me from a crit.
15.
Yeah, you go and you throw a punch at him, and you are sure going to hit him in the jaw, and he parries it with his sword, and you
A
do not hit.
A 15 doesn't hit it?
A 15 is his AC, but he uses his reaction to parry the blow, and you do not hit.
What the fuck's the point?
I've
What's
been
the
waiting
goddamn
for
point?
somebody to get something within range for that.
God fucking damn it.
Oh,
All right, well
man.
then I'm going to use a fucking active surge and punch him again.
Okay.
God
Oh,
fucking
dear.
damn it.
I need a long rest so bad. I'm running out.
23.
That's 23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oops.
Punch his head off.
I accidentally clicked and now there's 2. How do I undo that without
Oh, I did
rolling
that
it?
too. I have 2 Zephyr strikes now.
How do
Click
I
what?
I accidentally right clicked and now I have 2 dice. I haven't rolled it yet. but I
Oh,
don't
if
know how
just
to
drop it off the side of the dice box and roll again. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I thought you were talking about your spell. I accidentally
No.
duplicated Zephyr Strike.
No.
Nice.
Knock his head off.
Yeah. So you go to punch, and he blocks your blow with the pommel of his scimitar, and as he does, you just go "Oof," and go again with your other hand and just punch him square in the chest. He's, "Oof." As you hit him, though, he's a solid dude.
Not dead yet.
Not dead. No.
That's everything then.
Okay, Reyna, it is your turn.
Haha, I'm hitting him. Not Anna, him. No! A
You're not
9
hitting him.
definitely
No.
does
A
not.
9 does not hit.
Jesus Christ. I love how far away Flynn is.
That's range
But it's
characters.
okay.
Yeah.
Every time it's my turn, my entire map just like completely
Completely disoriented. Yeah.
maps.
Yeah.
Wow, you really went on the fringes of this map. Huh?
I could go farther.
Yeah.
I imagine the boss is in partial cover from that bush.
Yes.
From me, almost 80 feet away. That means disadvantage or +2.
It means +2 to their AC.
Closer.
I mean, what else? You know,
Oh yeah.
let's try.
If +2
Give you
is
a
+2
sniper
is +2.
rifle.
I think
21.
Well,
21
on the
hits.
hit.
Holy shit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Kill him.
Does 12 damage kill
Ooh.
him?
12 damage does not kill him,
Wow.
but he is now starting to look significantly wounded
Yeah.
as your crossbow collides into the shoulder opposite of where he was already hit by a dart.
I am gonna start moving. Do you remember where the first knight that I killed went down?
Do
Yes,
you
That's where I'm
remember?
headed.
It was right about here.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. Ruben, it is your turn.
He stopped spinning. He's very dizzy, and now he's just gonna go for
Faster?
a good old non-lethal stab.
Okay.
Pretty sure that hits.
21 hits.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
How Ruben's like, I'm not gonna kill him, and everyone else is like, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, you kill this boss. Well, you knock them unconscious.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, and they collapse to the ground. And as he falls, he's like, Damn you all! And
Mm.
falls over, and
I
his
say to him-
scimitar and dagger collapse to the ground.
You made a terrible mistake, my friend, but you're not going to die for it.
Only one of you.
Says who?
Yeah.
You're not going to die for it.
All right, and with
Damn,
that,
it's final.
combat is ostensibly over.
I don't
What are
think
you all
orders
doing?
from you.
Shoal is going to go over to the first unconscious knight,
Mm-hmm.
And eat it.
kick away their swords, and tie them up.
Okay.
That guy's dead.
No.
Oh, wait,
No,
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 I'm
no.
sorry.
You
One
I
don't
guy.
saw Flynn walk over to the other guy, and I got confused. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I was like, no, that you're tying up a dead guy. But okay, cool.
Raina is gonna turn to Ruben and be like, "Who incarnation are the Keen Cutlass boys? Whatever they are, brothers of the Keen Cutlass."
Go ahead and roll a history check.
And I'm doing it. I just took forever to get to it.
You've heard the name before. Don't remember much about them. Probably a small time gang that runs somewhere within Toraigh.
Unlike the Black Paw Boys, I've at least heard their name before, but probably just about as big as those losers.
And so the
Searching this
brother.
man's pockets.
Wait, I'm sorry, Anna. What did you say?
That I'm searching this man's pockets.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
11.
Yeah, you find a small coin purse that has 17 silver pieces in it.
Nice.
Before Shoal gets to my corpse,
Yeah, you were definitely there first.
rummaging through it, and I'm like taking my crossbow bolt back and trying to like clear any signs that I killed them,
Okay.
other than them being dead. I don't know. I'm like CSI.
Okay.
I'm wiping
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check to search the body, and then make a medicine check to obscure the autopsy results.
Oh boy.
Yeah, with an 11, you find a coin purse as well that has 13 silver pieces in it. So go ahead and add that.
You said 13.
Yep. And with a 19 medicine check, you're fairly confident that you have obscured any clear indications of how this person was killed. But I'm going to say that the way you did that was pretty horrific. You essentially had to like put a dagger into the crossbow bolt hole and go, "Ugh," and then now it's very confusing
Yuck.
as to how they died.
Raina would like to move the two unconscious ones so they're like not in the road and not gonna get like, not that they'd get trampled. She'd just like to put them somewhere more optimal for them.
They're gonna wake up and find their friend's body mute.
Do you want to
like
put
that.
them against the tree, or like there's a bunch of kind of like wooden boards that line the road here, and you want to put them up against those? What would you like to do?
Yeah, let's.
You
put
could toss them
them
in the bushes, but people
Well,
wouldn't see them if they need
no.
rescuing or anything.
I want to
That's
put them
fine. They don't need
against.
to be rescued.
I want to
We-
put them against the logs.
We
Okay.
would like to take one with us.
One of the
We
unconscious ones.
we would like to set the record straight. It was not our fault.
I
I don't
I
think
don't-
that's really going to matter to them, to be honest. I don't know. I know that's what you mean by it, but I don't think that they're going to see it your way.
We would like to do this.
All right, well.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Let's
For a
why don't we
member.
just draw more attention to ourselves? We have like
Yeah.
the people who recognized us on site, and we're going to be having to change our hotel room anyway. But like now, yeah, let's just drag an unconscious body with it.
I know. Do you want to leave him a note?
Dear Cutlass male and leader, the female of your party left to go on vacation. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't know. I mean, it's better than bringing him back.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you.
Raina is gonna be completely unfazed and start looking through her stuff to see if she has some sort of writing implements to give to Shoal to leave them a note.
Yeah, you definitely have some parchment and writing
Okay.
instruments.
Shoal can't read.
Oh,
how do you
yeah.
think
Y'all don't
Shoal
know that?
Right.
Oh,
Y'all don't know that.
All right, well, she'll hold it out and be like, "Go ahead."
Wait, I thought we did know that. I thought you told us.
I thought you did. Yeah, I thought we did know that too.
I think
No,
was...
you told he told it to me one time because I forgot, but
Got it.
the party
Okay.
does not know.
Yeah.
Right.
Hard to organize the departments of
Yep.
my memory.
Raina's holding out pen and paper.
Yeah, so Shoal will take that and draw a skull with crossbones, like a bloody with like blood marks, and then take some blood from the one of the bodies and just like wipe it up against the parchment and stuff it into the boss's tunic or whatever they're wearing.
Make a performance check.
So now we're
Performance.
leaving
Yeah.
a skeleton crew calling card, and they're gonna definitely know it was us. Cool.
This is gonna be a Wolf of Wall Street situation.
14.
Or not.
Yeah, it vaguely resembles.
It
It vaguely resembles what you're going for. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, this is how you're telling them it wasn't your fault?
No, this is how you wanted it to happen. This is not what we want. We feel bad. This feels silly.
So why'd you do it?
Wait, you could
You
just
could choose not to do it. Like you
Ye-
don't have to leave the note. I don't. Okay, whatever.
you could just write that you feel
I'm
bad.
fucking tired and I want to go back.
Yeah, it is like getting close to 2 a.m. at this point.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, Raina, you successfully move the bodies, unconscious bodies, not dead bodies, over to the road. The female knight still lies bloodied and dead in the
Shoal
grass.
wants to drop them into the ground.
Okay.
That seems respectful.
Roll
the
a
dead one?
performance check now.
The dead one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the dead one. Yeah, you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Takes a little time, but
Let's say 20 feet.
oh, that's steep. Okay, it takes a little while, but
Deep
yes.
burial.
Mhm.
I will say, while you do have a burrow speed, you don't have as much of a capacity to bring entire bodies with you. So you essentially have to burrow up and down 20 feet several times to make enough space for a body, bring the body down, and then bring the dirt back down.
How long would that take?
Probably like 20 minutes.
All right, let's do half that for 10
Okay.
minutes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Now
so-
it's just a big dirt hole. Well, not it's a filled hole covered in dirt.
So I guess Shoal will turn to the other party members after that. So we are not allowed to take one of the others to explain the situation.
I
think
don't.
it's not that we're not allowed. It's just I don't think it's going to really help.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna be even more upset if we bring them.
Also,
Yo.
that would be kidnapping.
How far are we from the inn that we stayed at?
I
It's
don't
still
think we-
another 45 or 50 minutes, and you would have to go through the Market District and Midtown Cross to get there,
So, but
which are
like,
two
it's
of
like
the most heavily populated areas.
it's like an hour walk.
Yeah.
Give or take. Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Shoal and kind of pat him and be like, "Listen, buddy, your heart's in the right place, and that's for sure. And that's what I love about you. But these guys, they're not ever gonna listen to us. They're mad at you. They have an emotion that it's hard to talk them out of. So, for me, as your friend, let's leave this behind and let's get to bed."
Hmm. We are glad you called us your friend.
Good. That's good. That's a step in the right direction. Good.
Ruben, make an insight check for me.
An insight check. Interesting. I was expecting a persuasion or something.
He actually hates you and is going to kill you in his sleep.
No, this is just to see if something would occur to Ruben while he's having this conversation. It occurs to you that it is it occurs to you that it is quite unusual that a member of the enforcers would be identified as the member of a gang of the city of Toraigh.
Is it the enforcer or the enforcer's brother?
Either
Well,
way,
So
Yeah.
if you're
the,
if you're
the boss
if you're
the boss said that essentially you thought you could get away with murdering a brother of the the Keen Cutlass,
Okay.
Oh,
which
so
would
they
mean
weren't
that
blood brothers. they
Brody
were-
is being identified as one of their members.
Corruption.
ruh-roh.
And it
Right.
also occurs to you that Brody was also a toy knight.
Hey, sure.
Yes.
That is something really weird. Now, why would a gang member be in the enforcers?
Because
Weird, right?
the enforcers are the biggest gang in the city, are they not?
That's quite a conclusion to
Got
draw.
point. I mean,
wisest thing Shoals ever said.
in facts. Shoal is
Seriously?
spitting facts.
I just point at Shoal and I go, preach. Or no, I go. Because Ruben has his opinions, but okay.
That like when
Um,
old folks are like, I'm hip with the jiggy, I can speak like the young folk.
Well, I mean,
Preach.
Well, I still think we should leave them here. I think they need to learn from their actions, and let's just go. Let's just go sleep, and we'll deal with that theory later.
Can we at least move them further off the road? We are nervous that they may be attacked or robbed.
I was assuming if they were closer to the road that somebody would help them, but maybe.
Joel, I'm going to ask you to make a deception check here.
Oh.
What's
Let's
happening?
make it snake.
16 minus 2 is 14.
Oh, do I need to?
Who are we deceiving?
I'm going to ask Raina to make an insight check.
Yeah.
Roll well.
Nope.
It's pretty nice of him to make sure that these people aren't attacked while they're on the side of the road, considering
Yeah.
they're defenseless.
We think they need a good night's sleep, so we should move them off the road.
We think they need a dirt nap, but
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good idea.
I think
Yeah?
that they probably can't breathe underground.
alive.
So,
Bury them alive.
Raina, I'm gonna say, yeah.
Party's
I mean,
alignment is going crazy.
Yeah, it's
mighty thoughtful of you to.
I'm chaotic neutral.
I didn't think of that. I'm not.
what does that even mean? What are you talking about?
It means that I do whatever the fuck I want.
Raina is going to move them behind the tree because that seems a little safer.
Which one? The one to the left or the one to the right?
I am zoomed in enough that I can only see the one to the left, the right. Let's do the left one.
Okay.
Oh, which tree? Okay, I was like, wait. Did you move them both? Because I'll start to try to get the other one because I sensed that you were inciting the thing Shoal said, and I thought it would be best if I helped.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're quickly able to drag the bodies over there.
Wait, I didn't roll a perception check. There's no way I'd know that.
Or it would be insight, but
It would
either
be
way.
insight. It would be
It's
an
all good.
insight of your insight.
And Shoal's gonna like go and grab whatever weapons they had and
And Anna is not
bury
helping
them.
at all.
Okay.
There. All right.
That's a
Now
good
that
compromise. That way they
I-
can't defend
and,
themselves.
and tie the other one up. Also, I want to.
You want to tie the boss up as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Make
if-
another sleight of hand check.
Now that the boss is like out in my
16.
view, I'd like to specifically check for like Brother the Keen.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I'd like to specifically check the boss for anything related to Brother of the Keen. Like they have.
Okay.
mission
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
identification. $21.
Nice roll.
On a 21, you don't find any significant things that would stand out to you as an identifier. You do notice that all three of these individuals smell of liquor, and you imagine that they were probably not operating on like gang business at the time or anything like that. They were just walking.
Okay.
Let me go
All right.
now.
Are you all ready to head out?
Yeah,
Great.
it's the middle of
Okay.
the night.
I would like to finally do that.
All right.
Hang on, I just heard a noise in my kitchen. I need to make sure Beatrice isn't crazy. I'll be
Sure.
right back.
So you all continue walking down this path that leads around the outside of the estates, kind of passing the farmland that's lit in the moonlight. Off in the distance, you can see a few lightless manors out in the fields that don't appear to have anybody up or about at this hour because of how late it is. You then walk into the more heavily populated area that is the Boatleg Market District. The roads, however, are still sparsely populated with people. Occasionally, you pass by kind of a stumbling drunk or two, a few cloaked individuals who seem to be trying to keep about their own business. Everyone go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
3.
Oh
Or-
no.
10.
I'm going to roll a d10 for Jack. 2 10s.
Oh, thank God.
Um,
I assume that's good.
as you are walking, you see, oh, no, now it's 110. No, just kidding. As you're walking, you notice off in the distance a large troop of enforcers walking down one of the roadways and are able to skirt off to the side and take a different route long before they see you. You pass through the empty market square with all of its closed down and empty stalls and shut businesses, up the lane towards the avenue where you originally witnessed the long haul procession, and begin making your way through Midtown Cross. And it takes a little while, but you do eventually arrive at the double doors of the Soaked Sail Inn. You walk through the double doors and you find the interior mostly dark. There are a few dimly lit candles on the bar, and you can see the shadows of maybe like 3 or 4 patrons that are passed out on tables scattered throughout the side rooms. At the bar, wiping the countertop down, you see a female fox stuffkin. She's wearing a frilly, like sky blue dress with an apron over the top. She has dark brown hair that goes down to just below her shoulders, and there are a few braids with teal beads in them. She looks up at you all and says, "Well, how y'all doing?"
You've been better.
Yeah, we
Awful
are.
haggard.
A long day.
Yeah,
You're-
we feel awful haggard.
You're the folks from room 301 and 302, right?
And that's all you know of us, right?
Yes.
Make
Yes.
it sound so ominous.
Let's
all
keep
you
it that
need to
way.
know.
You can see she looks a little put off, and says, "Very well. Well, rest up. Have a good night."
Anna's gonna slip a gold her way and just be like, please ignore him.
She looks very pleased with the gold. Says, "Well, thank you kindly," and puts it in her apron and says, "Have a good night, lovelies."
Thank you.
We are lovely.
Go to sleep.
All right.
Long rest.
Before we split into the rooms,
Mhm.
Shoal, you wanted me to look at a crystal for you, right?
We do. Would you also be able to look at these dolls as well?
Yeah, I think I have time. I don't think
Okay.
I'm quite as tired as.
Yeah. Oh, this too. This is I found a glove.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tinker around tonight.
And I think that's all that I took that wasn't gold. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yep.
And Anna, if you want me to look at your gloves, I might be able to spruce them
Improve them.
I mean, you don't have to do it tonight if you're overwhelmed with things, but it's up to
I'm
you.
feeling kind of restless as it is. Might.
Okay. She's gonna peel her gloves off and hand them to him.
Okay. All right. So, Flynn, you're going to be up for the next, essentially, I think a 2 hours,
yeah.
right?
Roughly, yeah.
With the identify times and okay. So you'll be doing a little bit of sleeping in. Does everyone else head directly to bed?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, because I have the Tinker's kit that I'm like proficient in now, if I help him at least with the gloves, would that cut down his time?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Just because of the nature of what Flynn's going to be doing to your gloves isn't exactly tinkering
That sounds
based.
so ominous.
I figured I would ask.
No,
I
yeah,
need
absolutely.
private time with your
Yep.
gloves. Don't.
Doing with those gloves.
You can't help me with this.
I understand.
he
All
building
right.
in there?
All right, then I'll just go to bed.
Okay.
Um.
Flynn, do you do the work in your room with Ruben?
Yeah.
Okay.
And before Ruben nods off, I just have like to
Stab him.
say, I know you're tired, so I don't want to do make you have a whole conversation, but I know how easy it is to kind of keep people at an arm's distance, and I really think Anna feels bad. Both could kind of help each other get some closure. Something to think about.
I turn around and I take 2 earplugs out and I go, I'm sorry, what was that?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Just
I'm just kidding. I had the whole thing. Look, Flint, I don't know what happened, and I don't expect you to pay attention to. I don't feel like explaining it all to you. The time is going to come where we're going to have a conversation, and it can go one of 2 ways. And we'll just leave it there.
All right.
You kill me? Bitch, someone already tried.
Where I hear Anna's voice.
Like talking
In
to
the other
Faith.
room, she's like leaning against the wall.
No, in the other room, she's face down in the blankets, just like passed out, talking to herself.
All right. Yeah.
You can't kill me.
You all, save for Flynn, begin to drift off to sleep, and
Sure.
Shoal, make a stealth check for me.
I wouldn't say they're necessarily trying to be stealthy. Oh yes, actually that is being stealthy. Yes.
Yeah.
What? Check your definition of stealthy, my dear.
15.
Check here. Do.
Like we're definitely not trying to be stealthy in the inn or lodge.
Okay, well, so then if you're not trying to be stealthy in the Soak Sailed Inn, I would say Raina and Anna, you stir from your rest as you hear the door close.
Oh, we never went into the room.
Oh, you're not going into the room at all. Okay, I assumed
Not
you
at
settled
all.
in with everyone else. All right, Shoal doesn't go in with you in the first place.
His prerogative.
And Flynn, you hear the door close and light shuffling down the stairs.
I think I'm too preoccupied that really.
Okay. And I think Anna and Raina, you would notice that Shoal doesn't come in with you two as they head off.
I would say Raina probably would have asked about it, but she probably would have accepted any sort of weak explanation.
Okay.
So why not?
For my satisfaction, Shoal, what is the weak explanation you would give as Raina asks you why you're headed out?
Or why you're not coming in the room, at least.
We have things we need to think about, things we need to take care of. We will be back.
Be careful.
Don't kill anyone.
Yeah,
Thank
Raina
you.
would definitely take that at face value.
Okay. Shoal, where are you headed?
We are going to leave the urn in the Soaksail Inn,
Okay.
so we can move a lot more lithely. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that's actually a word.
I think yes.
And go back to where those two people are.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
As you trek back through the city, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
2.
Operation Save Shoal.
Okay. I'd also like you to roll a survival check to navigate through the city by yourself.
19.
With a 19, you're easily able to retrace your steps through the streets and alleyways of Midtown Cross and Boatleg Market. You eventually make your way back to the gravel path that you walk through the estates. Make your way back to the cluster of trees that you saw, and you arrive at the location where you fought this group.
Do we think we were followed?
Make a perception check.
15.
On a 15, you're fairly confident that there weren't many other people out at this hour. It's about by the time you arrive, it's about 3. And you didn't pass very many people, and the people you did pass didn't seem to notice anything interesting about you in the dark.
Okay. So to the boss, we would like to untie them, and you've seen Scorpion King, right?
Yes.
We want to bury them up to their neck.
Okay.
Just the boss.
As you approach the tree, you find that the boss is gone, and the ropes are broken at the foot of the tree.
What about the other one?
And the other one's throat has been slit.
Whoa.
Bury them.
We're gonna bury them.
Okay.
He's gonna pin it on you. You're gonna bury him. Hide the evidence.
Yeah, it's going to take you another 20 minutes to bury the body of
That's
the knight.
fine.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we're gonna fuck.
Could have killed
I wasn't
them.
expecting that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to take a moment. Rest in peace. Coming to save you. Gonna give you a potion. Say, hey, sorry, no hard feelings. But too late.
Yeah, so you regain 1 hit point for every D4 hours after you go unconscious, and the boss came to consciousness.
All right, so I guess just now we'll make their way back to the Soaksail Inn.
Okay.
Again, trying to not arouse any attention.
Yeah, go
being
ahead and
super-
roll another D4 for me. And if you're trying to be stealthy, go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Nat 1 on the D4. And
All right. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
3 + 4 is 7. Oh no.
Okay. You begin making your way through the streets and alleyways of the Boatleg Market District, and you eventually come to the Market Plaza, which is kind of this long, wide, open square that normally is filled with crowds trying to get through to all the different stalls and shops that are populated here. But it is fairly empty and fairly open at night. And as you round the corner to walk into this square, you walk underneath a lamp that is still lit, just as a troop of enforcers come around the corner, 7 of them, of the opposite side of the square, about 70 feet away from you. They regard you for a moment of time, and then you can see there is a doll who is kind of standing at the front wearing studded leathers and calls out and says, "You there, what's your business?" and begins walking forward to you.
What is the ground made of?
The ground here is made of cobblestone.
Round.
I thought you were asking them that question.
Oh, yeah.
Is there room between the cobblestone to like sneak into?
No. This is on like the exterior region of the cliff top, so it's actually mostly solid stone underneath this stone. It's not something you would be able to easily burrow through.
How far are they from Shoal?
About 70 feet.
We're gonna book it.
Okay.
Oh no!
This is going to be a skill challenge. So, as you start running, do you say anything, make any comments or anything like that, or you just start running?
Just start running. They don't
Okay.
know what they don't know what's going on.
The enforcer starts yelling out, "You stop! Stop!" and then starts running after you. And you can hear the pounding of boots on stone as the 6 enforcers behind them follow suit. As you are fleeing through the streets of Toraigh, Joel, what do you do to avoid capture by these enforcers?
Well, I would say, I guess we will say the first thing we would like to do is try to twist and turn and get the enforcers turned around and try to cover our tracks by making lots of turns.
Sure.
We want to do a survival check.
Yeah, I would accept this as a survival check to essentially lead them erratically through the streets of the city and deter them.
Shoal and the enforcers.
19 plus
Scooby-Doo
7,
in their
26.
That's definitely a success. So as you run, you duck and turn through all these different alleyways and different crossroads, and you can hear the footsteps behind you are getting softer and fewer, and you can hear shouts and people crying like, "Split up that way and that way." Where'd he go? And you think you're starting to lose them, but you can still hear boots steps behind you.
We would like to determine where they are not. Where is a clear path ahead?
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
13.
13 is a failure, unfortunately. And you are running so frantically, and there's normally with your blind sense, you would be able to get a pretty good idea of where people are, but there's so few people, there's just very little information to go on. You sense mostly empty streets ahead of you, but you don't feel you've gained an advantage from knowing the right way to go.
That sucks.
It's okay. You can fail multiple times without failing the challenge.
Yeah. I think they would like to try running really quickly and doing like parkour borderline.
Sure. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
13.
13 is unfortunately still a failure. You try essentially scaling up some of the ladder scapes that exist on the sides of these buildings. But as you do, you actually topple over some pottery that's resting on the railing of one of them, and you can hear a couple of voices cry out, "Over here!" And it sounds like they're getting a read on you. What else would Shoal like to attempt?
I guess any would Shoal be able to determine why they're getting chased and what would happen if they got caught, and use that as extra motivation to get some insight on the situation?
If you would like to use insight, I would say go ahead. I would say the way that you would use insight would be more to get insight on what are the ways that the enforcers would least likely suspect you to try and escape.
Done.
So go ahead and roll insight for that.
16 plus 3 is 19.
19 is a success. You find that there are actually a few buildings that have small exposed patches of dirt on areas where foundation was once and then has been filled in. And you're able to burrow through those to get in between a few alleyways in ways that the enforcers would not be able to cross. And you gain significant time doing that.
Okay.
Go ahead and attempt one more for me.
Is it? Hide.
Yeah, that totally works.
15.
15 is a success.
Oh my god.
With that, you're able to take a period of time in this kind of crevice that you found through climbing through the dirt, and you hear many of the enforcers' boots dissipate as they begin spreading out through areas you're not heading. And after a period of time, you're comfortable that they're no longer in the vicinity. And you're able to come back out and start making your way back. You arrive back at the Soak Sail Inn around like 3:30 in the morning.
Okay. Joel will go into grab their urn and go into the room and just hop inside and knock out.
Okay. Sounds good.
And quietly, so that way they're not, waking up
Sure.
Rain or Anna.
Okay. Yeah, roll a stealth check for that.
13.
Yeah, you don't wake them up.
Would have been the funniest nat one ever.
That would have been. Yeah.
What do I have to do to attempt to wake up before everyone else?
We can discuss that in a second. But
yeah.
Old people do tend to wake up early.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Before that, however, Anna, you feel a sensation that is hauntingly familiar to you. You've come so close to feeling it so many times these past few days, that frightening, free-falling feeling of bodilessness. Though you are without a body to feel, the sensations that come with this state are also all too familiar. The overwhelming feeling of a forceful exhalation of the lungs, perpetually stuck in the moment where you're just about to run out of breath, but never being able to inhale. Just a constant and a feeling of your non-existent heart beating so fast that there are barely moments of time between each rapid thump, 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 thump. You look around you, unable to blink, unable to tear your eyes away from this forest as a tempest of shadow whips around you. Long, thin trees with just the tiniest tufts of pine needles dot the landscape ahead. Over a small hill in the distance, you can see an orange glow of firelight emanating off of columns of smoke billowing up through the night sky. You recognize this wood as the forest outside the village of Alnwick, where you were 25 years ago. Just like the first time, you feel frantic and afraid. You have no memory of what came before this moment, but are trapped in the emotion you were left behind with. Fear for the safety of your family and a smoldering frustration of battle-hardened ferocity. What does Anna seek in this moment?
So I'm coming out of the forest, seeing the town.
You can't see the town from where
but
you
like-
are, but you know it's behind this hill.
Okay. She's gonna start running towards the
Yeah.
town.
You set your intent on the village ahead, and with no feet beneath you, the shadow whirling around you floods forward through this forest, going through the trees that you see passing by, up over to the top of the hill, and then looking down, you can see this almost entirely demolished village. Buildings collapsed, many of them currently ablaze, fire spreading from one to the next. Panicked citizens running and shouting, dragging people out of buildings, and numerous casualties littering the streets of this village. What do you do?
She's gonna start looking for her sister.
Okay. Make a perception check.
$13.
Okay. You head down the hill, your mind racing, wondering if your father might have been able to defeat the foe that you witnessed, wondering if the scientist might have been able to figure out what's going on with you, wondering where the blade might be now. And you arrive in the center of the town and find just massive destruction. And you can see various piles of bodies, just numerous people running around searching, distressed and crying. And you begin looking, and as you do, you hear a voice behind you say, "Sister." You turn around, and you can see lying on the floor a figure just outside of a collapsed building that has just started to set fire, with a massive shield covering the top of them, a tower shield.
I'm gonna run over.
Okay. You come over to this collapsed figure, and what do you attempt to do?
So the shield is on her, but is there like other rubble and stuff, or is it just that shield?
It is just the shield, and there is some debris that's like on top of the shield, but it's something that someone could easily lift.
Okay, so then I'm gonna start knocking that away and trying to get the shield off of her.
You reach and scramble, and wisps of shadow begin to beat more intensely all around, but you're not able to grab hold of anything physical here in this space. What do you attempt to do next?
Can I tell if when she called out to me that she actually saw me, or she was just like, doing that desperate, like, something's happening, I need to call out to someone kind of thing?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Isn't that one? I didn't know. I don't
No way to tell. There's so much chaos going on, and you're so perturbed by your own internal experience of what's going on here, that it's tremendously difficult to tell.
So I'm noticing that I can't physically touch anything, correct? Okay, then I am going to search for the closest intact body.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh, God. I'm gonna end up with someone in a bum leg. Just kidding. As an 18.
On an 18, you are able to tell very quickly that most of the bodies here have been pummeled, pulverized, crushed in ways that they would never be able to ambulate again. But you notice that there is one collapsed building that has been almost entirely knocked off of its foundation. And you can see there's a crushed cellar door where it looks like a figure was trying to climb out of it. And you head over there. And you find a now deceased vampire corpse with a large gash in its side, lifeless,
Okay.
lying in the stairwell.
I'm hopping in. We're taking control.
Furious and frustrated at the fruitlessness, the futileness of your circumstances, you focus all of your rage towards reaching out towards this corpse. And as you focus your anger, the wisps of shadow whirl around and just vaguely resemble a wisping fist. And you plunge it into the back of this collapsed creature, and all the shadow begins rushing into it. And unlike when this happened, you are conscious and able to walk around in this body. What do you do?
I'm going to make my way back to the girl and try to pull the shield off of her.
Okay. Yep. You run back to where you saw the figure covered in the shield. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
20.
Okay.
Not natural, dirty.
All right. You pull the tower shield aside, knocking aside all of the debris that was also covering the figure. And you see before you a fair-skinned, long, blonde-haired doll who looks up at you and says, "Thank you." And your vision begins to fade. And you wake up in the middle of the night. How would Anna wake up after that?
She's probably bolting straight up and is like,
Hello.
Would that would that wake Raina up?
I think so. But we'll have to talk about it after our break.
Oh,
So we are going to take a quick
what the
15-minute
fuck?
break here.
wow.
And we will come back right after that to continue where we left off. So stick around.
That was a lot. All right. Bye.
And welcome back. All right. We resume with Anna jolting up in her bed in the Soak-Sailed Inn and waking Raina, and ostensibly not waking Shoal because they're only just settling down to rest, depending on what time of the night it is. But yeah, what happens next?
Did Shoal actually say hi?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
I think it depends on what time of the night it was.
Yeah, I think it's probably around like 4 or 5 in the morning at this point, so Shoal probably would
Not
have
a chance.
settled. Yeah.
Not a
Okay,
chance.
cool. So her exclaiming as loudly did not happen.
To be fair, usually around 4 is actually when the first birds start chirping. So
Could have woke somebody.
yeah, morning-ish. Raina would probably stir enough to be like, "You good? Everything
It'll be
okay?"
fine. Just reliving shit. I'll be fine.
That sounds reasonable.
God, we're in some shit here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell we got ourselves into.
We're doing right by the city for its people as best we can, right?
I mean, I guess as best you can when both sides are corrupt and evil.
As long as that's not us, then we're in a position to do the right thing. And Raina is just like laying like dead in bed.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry for disturbing your sleep.
No, don't be sorry. Everybody has shit to relive.
Yeah. Anna's just gonna settle back in.
Okay. All right then. I guess to determine who wakes up first, I'm going to say Flynn and Shoal are out of the running.
Uh,
Not even
And
close.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I'm the only one that stayed asleep the whole night.
that's true.
True.
So Raina or Anna, if you are trying to be early risers, you're welcome to try and roll initiative. But I'm gonna have Ruben roll initiative with advantage.
Okay.
I don't know how much Raina would care.
I think that makes total sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
It's a 21.
I don't know. I don't know if Anna would necessarily be trying to get up early, but it would.
But you might just not be able to sleep. I would say
Yeah,
also
just
roll
based
it.
on
Yeah.
based on like what she just relived. So I'm just rolling a d20. You said,
Mhm.
or initiative? You said.
Yeah, initiatives. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No.
Ruben, you're up. What are you doing?
Ruben jolts out of a cold sweat, and I'm sorry, he jolts out of his sleep, and he's like, "Oh my god, today's the day." He whips out a parchment. Does he have parchment? Can I do
Mhm.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm late. I'm very, very late.
No
Wait,
time.
what?
For hello. Goodbye. He's
It's an Alice in Wonderland reference.
Oh,
The rabbit.
I'm like, yeah. And then he starts writing down some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what. He just starts writing down some stuff.
Okay.
And then also kind of thinks on his feet and kind of as he's done doing what he's doing, he kind of tiptoes out of the room. Hopefully not to wake Flynn, who I'm sure is in a deep, deep sleep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I just check. I check. Is their door locked? Sorry, is Anna and Raina and Shoal's door locked?
If Shoal
It's a
locked
question
it
for
when
Shoal.
he went in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would we normally lock it?
Yes.
I think Shoal would have locked it.
Yeah.
Okay. Raina would super not care.
You can still make a perception check to see if you hear folks inside.
Yeah, I'm basically just checking to make sure we're all in here.
Sounds like some things in there.
Oh my god, what got him?
You hear snoring.
You're unable to tell how many people there are in there, but there's definitely living, breathing people in there.
All right. Well, now that I'm wide awake because I have a regular amount of sleep, I'm going to continue writing between the doors outside of the hall.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of sit down in the hall and keep jotting down in your parchment.
And I would like to maintain. Can I do like a D10 roll to make sure like we're safely guarded by me, like to make sure we're good to go?
Sure.
I'm very paranoid. But Ruben's
Yeah.
very paranoid right
Well, go ahead and make a perception check then.
now. Okay. I think I may have grabbed the wrong dice.
No,
No, okay, cool.
No, that's
Yeah.
great.
on a 24, Ruben can keenly hear breakfast actively being served to a few patrons downstairs. In order to get your 8 hours rest, you had to sleep in until about 10 regardless. You're still the first person up.
Right.
But people are kind of just cleaning up from brunch, and you're confident that there's nobody up on your floor checking out what you guys are doing.
Great. Okay. Cool. In that case, I'm just going to continue writing until the next interesting thing happens.
Yeah, I would say about an hour later, Anna and Reina would begin to wake.
Okay. Sorry, I should stop. I have a full bowl of popcorn that I didn't get.
It's okay.
I was wishing I had popcorn during the Shoal and Anna scenes because I really felt like it. Oh.
Reina and Anna, do you head out from your rooms? Are you just chilling in your rooms? What's going on?
Reina would definitely check to see that Shoal actually made it back.
Yeah, Shoal's urn is there, and you look inside, and there's a bunch of sleepwalking insects that are all just kind of.
Okay, she's content with that. I guess we'll go downstairs.
Yeah, well, so you open the door to head outside, and you see Ruben is off to the right-hand side of your door, in between your door and Flynn's. And it looks like he's writing on a piece of paper.
Good, you're up. All right, how does this sound? We tried to steal the steel, but the stupid enforcers stopped us, so that pretty much ruined our first attempt. And then we ran into the head honcho, and she hired us to almost die in a cave, and then essentially here we are now, and we're in. How does that sound? Is that bad or good? What do you think?
I think it's early.
Yeah, well, I've been writing all night. I wrote this 3 paragraphs, and it took me forever. And I don't think it's any good at all. What do we do?
What the fuck is this even for?
We do breakfast?
Hear me out.
What is it for?
How about this? How about we stay in our rooms as to avoid any suspicions whatsoever, and then we sneak out our windows and grab breakfast somewhere else. But we must finish this letter, because do you know what today is?
What is today?
Today's the day we report to the enforcers.
Oh,
Who gives a fuck?
you should tell him that one of them was. Wait, okay.
don't know
Pause. Ruben said that out loud, didn't he?
He
That
said
one
it's
of
a
them.
shoal, but that doesn't mean that we were close enough to hear it.
Wait, what?
I think they had an outward conversation about how that
Yeah.
guy was in a gang. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell him about the guy, the Brody, who's in the Keen
Keen Cutlass.
yeah.
This is all really good stuff. However, what does that have to do with us getting into the Greybloods? I'll write it.
Well, I mean, the whole point is to keep the charter dry, right? So corruption,
Keep
whatever.
the charter dry.
That.
Joel wakes up.
Shoal wakes up.
Joel hears their calling.
You're gonna
And
love
arises.
every time I write, keep the shot.
I mean,
this letter.
isn't that what we're doing? Like, yes, we're infiltrating the gangs, but the reason they asked us is because there's corruption, and Rena's very groggy. So, I don't know. Yeah, and we made it in the Greybloods. I don't know if Veo's the head lady, but people sure seem scared of her. And I don't know. It seems like we're doing pretty good, right?
Okay.
Except for the whole getting arrested thing.
All right. How does this sound? No. We need to get everyone's opinion. This is no good.
Fair.
Okay, let's do you think we can have breakfast here without getting caught?
I
Where
think
are you getting caught from?
the least suspicious of us are you two. Everybody knows. Well, maybe not you, Raina. Maybe you should stay up here. Anna, I don't think people will be like this lady. She was with the people that broke out of prison. However, a little bunny stuffkin and a fish bait, they go downstairs. People are going to point fingers. Why don't you go downstairs, buy us all breakfast, and we eat up here?
Fine.
Raina will fish coins out of her pocket and give them to Anna.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember how much breakfast was the other day. Raina
it's about-
probably would.
About 4 silver pieces.
Okay. She'd give her I don't know, enough to pay for at least 2 people.
Okay. Yeah. Just call it a gold piece and wipe it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and long rest all of you. So you're all fully healed. You should recoup any spell slots and rages and
Yes.
Battlemaster maneuvers. Anna, you head downstairs. You can see that there's just a few patrons in here. It looks like it's mostly toys today. And you can see Dusty is at the bar putting a bunch of dishes into like a large bin.
Is he
And-
also a fox?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fox stuffkin, wears like a brown apron,
Yeah.
tan tunic, got like long dangly earrings, and greets you as you come down and says, "Morning, lovely. Breakfast?"
Yeah, actually, are we able to take it to our room?
Yeah, sure thing. Just let me know when you're done so somebody can grab the dishes.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that for you. Lots of bacon, because I feel like one of them is a bacon fiend. So as much of bacon as you can pile.
Well, I always
Oh.
love to hear it when somebody loves my bacon. We have a whole bunch of it today, so that works perfectly. And he
Lovely.
goes and heads to the back.
And then just a little bit of everything else.
Yeah, a few moments later, he comes out with some eggs and bacon, along with a little kind of tear of bread on each plate. He kind of hands the 4 plates to you and is like, "You think you can handle this?"
I'm stronger than I look.
Okay. And you go ahead and head back up the stairs.
Well, before that, obviously give whatever money
Mhm.
need to. I'll just put I'm just gonna throw 5 gold his way for being a peach.
He smiles at you and gives you a very deep, almost bow of a nod, and says, "Thank you very much. Enjoy your breakfast."
Thank you.
All right, and you arrive back upstairs.
Where do you want this?
Without looking up, he just kind of
So like forcefully shoves a plate in his direction.
I assume Raina would still be just kind of hanging out in the doorway of the room.
Mhm.
Uh,
I would say about this time, Flynn, you wake up.
Yeah, the smell of bacon stirs.
Flynn,
stirs me.
there's a lot of bacon for you if you're interested.
Thank you. And I have a bunch of goodies to hand out.
Oh,
Yes. So very quickly, I'm going to identify these items in each person's inventory. And we're going to pretend that Flynn explains them to each person, but I'm just going to ask that each person go around. So the leather glove has been identified for you, Raina. So go ahead and check that out in your inventory.
and it is a thing besides being a
It
glove.
turns out it is.
Hey,
And then Shoal. Flynn unfortunately reports to you that your dolls are non-magical.
Good.
And there's nothing too special about them.
They're
Good.
mine now.
They are ours.
But
We do not
does
want there to
report
be complications.
but does report that they found something interesting about the dark red crystal that you found, and I've identified that in your inventory. So the two of you, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and just give us a read through of what it is you found.
This is worth a lot. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm not going to read the description in Raina's accent. That would be difficult. So the glove, it says, as an action, you may spend a charge from Ullman's right glove, which is what this is. If you do, roll a d4 on the Ullman's right glove table. Ullman's glove has 1 charge. Regain a charge if your character spends time between campaign sessions performing manual labor. should I read through the whole chart now, or should we?
Yeah, or if you just want to sum up what it does.
Let's see.
Shoal, how about you? What'd you find?
So, the blood red crystal is actually a blood red fey crystal. While in possession of this crystal, you can take the following action directly after a long rest. Store vitality, choose a number of hit points that is a multiple of 5. Your maximum HP is permanently reduced by this number until you take another long rest. For every 5 HP stored in this manner, blood red fey crystal gains a charge. While in possession, you may take the following actions. Restore vitality, spend a number of charges. For every charge spent, you may restore 1d4 plus 2 hit points to yourself, or half of that to someone you are touching. Restore health, spend 2 charges on yourself, or 3 charges for another target. That creature ceases to be poisoned and is cured of any disease.
Like you sacrifice your hit points to possibly heal other people?
Yeah. Are we able to use this?
Since you didn't have it, you wouldn't be able to use it this dawn, but you'd be able to use it the next day.
Fair enough. Very exciting.
How permanently are the hit points reduced?
Until your next long rest.
Okay, that's not so bad.
As if you're squishy, but
Yeah.
Which we are, but sounds like a someone else problem.
Some of us aren't. Let's see. The glove. So it looks like based on the roll with the glove, I will either find experience points, gold, a healing potion, or a mysterious magical item that Faye will be rolling for.
That's right.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
essentially, you expend a charge to find something particularly useful.
I knew there was some benefit to this poor single left behind glove. I would have been fine with it just being a glove, but this is pretty, yeah.
And then, Flynn, do you return Anna's gloves?
yeah. So I hand the gloves back. For meta's sake, you have +1 to attack and +1 to damage rolls. And then quietly, out of earshot of everyone else, while they're like looking over their items and whatnot, I'm like, these gloves are gonna pack a little bit more of a punch, but just kind of keep them to yourself. And if we run into a situation where we might get caught again, I would try to ditch them. But hopefully these help.
okay. Thank you. That seems ominous.
Do they do now?
You'll never know.
I guess, yeah, I'm asking that as a player because Raina didn't hear.
Oh, they just do more damage and have a higher attack.
What happens if we get caught with them?
I mean, probably nothing, but it's just people tend to be afraid of what they don't understand.
Believe me, I'm a walking billboard for that.
Yeah, I just my propensity to invent new things tends to stir up some jealous eyes. So
No problem. But thank you again.
yeah, of course.
And I'm assuming Ruben hears none of this. What is Ruben doing during this time?
He's taking Raina's final notes, and then he's like, "Hey, Flynn, fish bite. Oh, I'm sorry, Shoal. You know, old habits die hard. Do you have any input for this report? I got to get down to the boat like an hour ago."
Well, we went back last night.
I'm sorry.
This morning.
I'm not following you. What do you mean?
We went back to the brothers, and the boss escaped. The ropes were were snapped, and the other one was still tied up, and their throat was slit.
You went back to the fellers we left back behind that tree?
We did. We wanted to make sure they were safe and sound.
Insight check.
Roll a deception check, Shoal. Unless that's true.
Wait, no.
It's a half truth. We wanted to make sure that the not boss was okay and just like explain the situation, but we wanted the boss to
Okay,
be
roll a
like,
deception
struggling.
check with advantage.
Okay.
It's only a little.
You wanted them to
deception.
be safe. You didn't want them to be safe, but you wanted them to be sound.
Yeah.
Soundly dead.
I wanted to make sure they.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Thank you for the advantage.
Oh my god. Yeah.
For those of y'all not watching.
Wow.
Oh,
Would have been a 1, but then Ruben got a 1.
Wow.
Joel's a really swell guy.
Wait, no, but would on a 1 would Ruben think Shoal was like lying?
No.
Okay.
You would 100% believe him.
Yeah, he buys it.
We buried the other one, but we think that this may be an issue, especially if there is a gang within the gang of enforcers. We think you should let Rochester know.
All right, I'll let him know.
Who would slit the throat of a man that was defenseless if he was bound?
Someone
Well-
ruthless.
Yeah, could I do like an insight check to see if Shoal would know?
Sure. Yeah.
Ten.
It's difficult to say. You don't really understand a lot of the motives of the people who live on the surface.
Mhm.
Should we tell Rochester we're meeting Theo again tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, that's already in here. I think.
Isn't he supposed to give information to us too? Is he?
Maybe he knows more about Theo.
Maybe.
Well, why don't we get it all in the report? Okay, so we're going to mention that we're working for Veo.
Mhm.
Mention the weirdness of a gang member being in the enforcers, and then that gang doing some weird shit to each other after they wanted revenge for killing one of their brothers. They killed one of the brothers, and that makes no sense at all.
Oh,
Okay, and then we're meeting Veo tomorrow, and we're looking for more information on her. How does that all sound?
We are also sorry that we killed the enforcer during the escape.
Well,
We did not want that to happen.
I think we might have a rescue for you in this letter now, because apparently that asshole was a gang member.
Look,
yeah.
we still feel bad. That was not our job.
Hey, if you keep beating yourself up, then you'll get all bruised. Okay, buddy?
Don't get bruised.
I love that.
Well, you should write that down though.
Weirdly profound.
It's sentimental.
All right, now I have to get to the Boatleg district. I'm going to go to Ormond's armaments and hand this to the enforcers. Does anybody want to come with? Or are you guys just going to stay here and eat? I think it would be discreet if maybe only a handful of us went, or just one.
Well, I think a few of us need to go get some new clothes, right? Hide themselves.
Oh yeah, some of us are a little conspicuous.
Maybe I can go with you, Ruben, and then
It would probably be best if Shoal and I went our separate ways for a little bit, because I think people associate us the most.
We agree.
Okay. Well, maybe we can head back to Maeve's and see what we can do for disguises. We did make all that gold, so maybe she'll have some designs to show us or something. And I don't know, maybe after we can go check out that cave or try to get into that I'm blanking on what it's called.
Something Rose.
Compass Rose.
Yeah, the compass rose where we can follow up on seeing what happened to Tommy.
And also keep an eye out for a glass-eyed rooster.
That, yeah, and another place to stay.
We've got a lot to do.
Oh,
For having slept.
Okay. Well, so for the sake of time, we're going to consider these kind of downtime activities. So we're going to speed up the
Okay.
process just a little bit.
good.
So you all are able to split up. Half of you go to Daly's dressings, and the other half of you head to Oman's armaments. I'm gonna go through Oman's armaments first. So you all walk through to the Boatleg Market District, and you find this building that's kind of through the market square, past all the hubbub of commerce that's going on there. There are these two massive, like 6 or 7 story tall buildings that are kind of like haphazardly rooms built one on top of the other. And between the two buildings is a much smaller, round building. It's a little over 3 stories tall. It's got a staircase that goes up to an entrance on the 2nd floor, and the bottom floor is like large barn-style doors that are latched shut. And there is a sign that's shaped like the head of an axe, and on the head is lettering that says Oman's Armaments. I'll put that in the chat for you all. You walk through the door into this large circular room, the center of which is filled with barrels, each with a different collection of weapons. You see the barrels labeled with carved letters naming swords, both short and long, scimitars, halberds, maces, spears, javelins, a collection of handles and shafts sticking up out of the vast majority of them. In the right-hand curve of the building, there's a collection of mannequins covered with a variety of styles of armors, padded leather, studded leather, and plate, all adorning these faceless wooden mannequins. On the opposite side, the wall is filled with hanging assortments of much finer weaponry. And as I presume Reuben and Flynn are headed to Oman's Armaments? Yep.
Yeah.
So as the two of you walk in, you see this tall, thick toy knight with a pot belly, wearing like a green and yellow surcoat, with a silver like sugarloaf knight's helmet. He turns to face you and says, "What ho! Well met! Welcome to Oman's Armaments. How might I outfit you both today, good sirs?"
An order from the commander. Wink.
He looks at you kind of quizzically, and his expression changes quite a bit. And he says, "Oh, very well then. Let's have it." And he reaches out his gloved hand. He takes the parchment from you, and he says, "Well, I'm happy to say that the captain's latest order actually has already come in," and leans underneath the countertop in the back of the room and pulls out like a small leather pouch and hands it to you and says, "With my regards. Anything else I can get you, gentlemen?"
Thank you kindly, sir.
Very well.
I'd like to look around. Do you make all this stuff yourself?
No, I hardly have the time for that. I'd rather use the weapons than make them, but I
Fair
do
enough.
have a keen eye for fine weaponry, and I take all sorts of collections. You'll find some of the finest Fomorian steel in the whole city in here if you keep your eye out.
Perfect. Okay. Well, can I look at like daggers or short swords?
Absolutely. And he scurries around and runs over to a barrel, and starts showing you through a whole collection of different designs and makes of short swords and daggers. Is there any particular kind that you're looking for?
Well, so I guess I should ask, with my prosthetic weapons, I imagine I could upgrade them by buying like a better dagger and then installing it.
Yeah, so you would have to essentially make like a tinker check to install it into your
Okay.
prosthetic.
So yeah, I'm just looking for, at the moment, just like, are there, it's mostly just like melee weapons. Are there like crossbows and stuff around as well?
Yeah, you can see behind the countertop, kind of hanging from a series of pegs, are a bunch of different bows and crossbows and things like that.
Okay. I'll look for a dagger first, and then a better crossbow.
Okay. He does happen to have a +1 dagger, which he pulls out and kind of flourishes for you. And he starts telling you a very long story about where it came from and how he knows the smith who put it together for him. And he says, I'd gladly give this to you for 250 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. That seems a bit ambitious to me.
Very well.
Are you sure that this is just, a +1 dagger? Are you trying to swindle me?
Would you like to make an insight check?
Yeah. I was trying to say it without saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now he knows you're inciting him.
Do we have to go
23.
through the money conversion with you, or can we just do it?
No, yeah, you can just scale up your copper to silver and silver to gold. That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, on a 23, you're fairly confident he's being on the level with you. You imagine that because this shop is in the market district, there's kind of a general markup regardless. But you imagine that something like a +1 dagger would run anywhere between like 100 to 500 gold.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if I'm going to be spending this kind of gold, maybe, have you ever dealt with firearms?
Firearms?
Yeah.
No, that's a little dangerous for my liking. I like my ranged munitions to just fly right into the heart of the enemy. None of this
Well-
exploding back on me. You'll lose a hand that way, maybe most of your face too.
True. Yeah, I
He's really
guess
losing those.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Well, I guess I'll save up and I'll have to come back for the dagger next time.
Well, I eagerly await your return. And you, sir? Are you all set?
Yeah, I'm good with old Rust Bucket. Pats his sword.
He doesn't even look at it and just goes, a fine weapon, I'm sure. Well, make our speed, you both, and have a wonderful day.
Hey, there's a lot of pirates around. I'm sure there has to be some kind of firearms specialist in the city.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't know the name of the fellow, but certainly somebody down in the docks must deal in those types of munitions. I'd keep an eye out.
All right. Thank you.
He gives you a nod.
All right, Flynn, I see that twinkle in your eye, but I think it would be best if we met with the rest of the crew first before we started exploring again.
Yeah, I agree.
We're a little hot right now.
We should still keep an eye out for maybe a place to stay on our way back, but we should make our way there.
And good thinking. Good thinking.
Anna, Raina, and Shoal. You arrive at Daly's Dressings. There is a couple of customers, 2 elderly toys that are being waited on when you arrive. But after a few minutes, they're taken care of and they leave. Maeve excitedly brings out a whole collection of drawings and fabric samples to show you of the design that she came up with. She seemed very concerned that you didn't come yesterday and glad that you came today because she has stuff for you. And very quickly, I'll just go through what she put together. For Ruben, she has this drawing of a brown tunic with matching brown pants with dark green and brown embroidery up the side of rope and vine, thorny vine, like intermingling, and a black frock coat with a brown hood. Flynn, a tan tunic with brown sailor's pants, all heavily pocketed, and she notes how she noticed the puppet had a lot of pockets on him already, and a hooded long black duster coat with a ton of pockets as well. For Reyna, a black hooded sleeveless vest and a specially made dress pant with dark green vines. You know, those types of dress pants that when your legs are together look like it's actually a dress, but then when you split up, they're actually legged pants. With the similar embroidery. Anna, a brown collared blouse with a hooded black frock coat, tapered to have a cut kind of more like a bomber jacket, ending at the midriff, and a taper cut hose style pants. For Shoal, she admits that she felt kind of clueless about what to put together for him, and shows that she kind of designed a very similar looking robe, but she notes that for all of you, she has come up with a design where you can essentially pull a cowl out of the collar or top of your hood so that you can block the majority of your faces, since you noted that you wanted to do some unsavory stuff. And the outfits, she quotes, you would run about 25 gold each.
If I could just make one change and make the shirt black, just
Sure.
everything black. Don't want any other color but black. That'd be great.
Yeah, we can totally do those changes.
Perfect.
We would like the hood to be the covering to be complete, if possible.
Like if you had like a mesh or something that you
Like,
can
yes.
see through, but you can't
Interesting.
see in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that can be done.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
I'll have to look around for a fabric, but we could probably do that.
Spooky.
Thank you. We do not want to wear this cloth sack anymore.
That seems like a good choice. It's not really fashionable. No offense.
None taken, and we will look down Creston.
She
Okay,
says
you'll
that
be looking great soon.
she says that it will probably take about 5 days for her to assemble all of the fabric and sew everything together.
I mean, okay.
That seems reasonable. What do we owe you so far?
Yeah, if I could just get a 40 gold deposit, and then the rest is due at the completion of the items.
40 gold each or 40?
No, 40 gold total. Yeah.
Raina gives her 50.
She smiles widely. And she thanks you very much and sends you off on your way. The group of you are able to meet back up.
Ooh.
Before we meet.
We would like to request new mittens with
Oh yeah,
holes in the centers.
sure. Yeah, the
Reinforced.
mittens were included in the robe because it's what you had before.
Mhm.
But she'll add the holes at your request.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Yeah, so you guys arrive together back at the Soak Sail Inn.
Before we head back
Uh-huh.
fully, Anna would like to use her contacts to get some information about stuff and things.
And I assume Shoal and Raina are just kind of tagging along, like, yeah, errands.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer to get that done, but that is certainly something you can do today. I'd say you'll probably need to meet up with the group first. The main reason being that once you guys get together, Ruben would open the leather pouch that he was given, and you all would receive your group patron benefits, which I am now distributing to your character sheets. And
What is that even going to?
it's going to go in your abilities section. And I would ask if someone wouldn't mind just giving the audience a quick read of what this does.
So we're back at the Soak Cell Inn.
Yeah. Yeah, and I presume you're upstairs because you don't want to be spotted.
What is it called?
It's under backgrounds.
I don't have a background.
I don't
Where
know
is it?
backgrounds.
Oh, that's
yeah, I
so
don't
weird.
either. In the party sheet?
No. It
No.
should be under your. No, it's you're right. It's not showing up. That's so bizarre.
Oh, it's on the. If you go to the main tab, there's a little background thing.
Oh, gotcha.
And it says
Oh.
group picture.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
But when I click that, nothing happens.
You have to click.
Oh yeah.
If you click the square, doesn't pop up.
Yep.
No,
The
it,
pops
Module you are
up, but it's
loading
blank.
attempting to use is not loaded.
All right. Well, then I'll give it a read.
Okay.
oh man, do you want to send it to me so it's authentic?
Sure.
Oh man, I just volunteered to read something as Ruben.
Well, you know what? I actually can't select the text, so I'm just going to read it myself.
Perfect.
Okay, so once you have a group patron, this is from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, you get a certain selection of perks for your group. The first one is Armory. You can purchase non-magical weapons and armor at a 20% discount at a facility covertly associated with your military force. This would be Oman's Armory, you would learn. You can buy magic items at the DM's discretion, but you receive no discount. The next one is Chain of Command. You are part of a hierarchy that provides you with orders. If you cause trouble in your own territory, you answer to your officers, not local law enforcement. The next is Unofficial Access. Your rank in the military force can remove obstacles to accessing places that are off
Jack, I
limits to
just noticed you.
civilians. With your commander's permission, you can traverse guarded locations like an army's regional headquarters or a repository of top secret intelligence without being stopped by local law enforcement. You can also request that your commander grant you authority to act in their name or provide access to experts or leaders higher in the chain of command. The next is Plausible Deniability. You undertake your mission at the direction of a commanding officer who expects your absolute loyalty. Your directions come through dead drops and secret agents, and you're often trusted with open-ended tasks that afford you leeway in interpreting orders. And the final is hazard pay. Oh wait, no, there's one missing from here. The hazard pay is each member of your group earns a regular salary commensurate with the risk your group takes in its undercover work. The amount varies depending on your cover operation and how deep you are within it, but at minimum, you enjoy a modest lifestyle. You receive a sizable salary of 2 gold pieces per day. As you go deeper undercover, your pay becomes higher, and there's a note in there indicating that your pay has already increased to 3 gold pieces. As a result of how difficult things have proved so far.
Have you ever tried doing that before? Have you ever tried lipping as
No, it seems really hard. And then I will note that the final one is safe houses. And the group finds that there are disclosed the secret location of 3 safe houses throughout the city of Toraigh. These are places where you can live at a poor lifestyle for free, for no cost to you. However, anything that leads to the discovery of the safe houses could lead to you losing favor with your military force, and there could be consequences resulting from that. And inside the pouch are 5 pendants that have a little business insignia on them that says the Slate Wing Company. And these are the pendants that you're to provide to Oman, and things like that. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys got all of that before we wrapped up here.
Is Slightwing?
It's not cream colored.
Yeah. Is that a reference to the fact that Rochester is a gargoyle?
It's a good guess. Yeah.
And then safe houses. So that's more like something that we would stay in when we're in danger more than just a regular place to stay.
It's up to your group how you'd like to use them. You could choose to stay at them regularly, but obviously that would increase the risks that they are discovered.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to not use them at all, then they would be very reliable places you could go to if you were ever on the run or trying to avoid enemies or something like that. There is one located in the slums, one located in downtown in Keelhall Heights, which is right next to the market district, and then one in the docks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good thing to have on reserve.
Absolutely. And this is where we will wrap up for the evening. and we will pick back up with the rest of our downtime activity next week. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, have a good week and let the dice tell the story.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Uh,